The only thing that makes me think I'm actually in a park are these little trail signs that I see every once in a while. Kind of a mystery. I'm not really sure what I stumbled upon. I had an unexpected trip up northeast of where I live, a little over an hour. I'm up near Monroe City in Missouri, and I was like, hey, I'm up here. I might as well check out a state forest or a park while I'm here. And I asked my Siri for, hey, what's the closest state park forest? And I came up with this place called Elmslie Memorial State Forest. And that's where I'm at. I've been here for a little bit already. It was really hard finding it. Well, not with the GPS. GPS took me on some backcountry roads, and the only thing I know that this is a state forest is there is a little tiny parking lot and signs that say state forest, regulations apply. And that's it. It doesn't say what it is. It doesn't say where I'm at. It just said state forest conservation land. So I'm not sure if this is a conservation area or a state forest or what, but I'm on the trail and we'll check it out. Maybe we'll find some cool stuff. The May-apples are in full force, which is really cool. You'll see behind me May-apples. The cool thing about May-apples is they do come up in the springtime. They're an obvious, easy to spot plant in May, although it's April right now, but hey, it's May. And the funny thing, well, I don't know if it's a cool thing, they're little buds. I don't know if you can see that, little buds. Can you see it? There's a little bud. See it? Yeah, there you go. That's gonna have a flower right there. So the flowers are always underneath the big giant leaf like that. Now somebody told me that these are poisonous plants, and I don't know anything about that, but I do know that you know, just looking at them and touching them is no big deal. Maybe you can't eat them, so that's fine. I wasn't planning on it. I just think they're really cool because it's May, and I think a long time ago my mom or dad pointed these out to me and said these are May apples. So it's kind of neat, and you only really see them. They are available around most of the year, I think in the summer, but you really see them in the spring because they're quicker up than most things. And that's why I've got this whole lot of May apples right here, which is kind of fun. I just kind of followed what looked like to be or at one point was a logging trail at one point, or just a road or something that's overgrown at first, and it had signs on it, had markers on it, said it was a trail. But it led to some areas that were kind of mowed, and like a field that was mowed and had different directions. And I kind of wonder if it's just a place, maybe, for them to, you know, let people, you know, at least come out here and then just explore the woods or go hunt or something like that. It is turkey season right now, but it's the afternoon, and the turkey hunters are usually out in the morning. So, and I've got my big shiny cap here, which would hopefully they would notice. So, but I really ought to be wearing orange. Anyway, I'm gonna keep looking and hopefully find a trail. I am using my app, which is a Run Meter, and Run Meter actually tracks where I'm at with GPS, so I know where I've been. It's like having a trail of breadcrumbs. I know how to get back to my car, and so that's pretty cool. I haven't gone that far. I probably have gone 3/4 of a mile at the most. So let's see if I can find some more trail, because there's other just spurs that go off of this. So anyway, we'll check that. So you have to wonder if this house was part of this property at one point. Sometimes just the getting out there and seeing what your adventure might be is kind of fun, and that's what I'm kind of doing now. I really don't know what is here. I know it's a conservation land, which is kind of fun, but I've never heard of the place, and I can't find a main trailhead so far yet. So, or there's no obvious one. So I'm just hiking, and I'm hiking up this old roadbed, as you can see. There's an old house up there at the end, and then it faces into a road that looks like it might have gone by a lake. I'm not really sure. Maybe that's the Elmslie place, or maybe there's something else to do with Elmslie. I'm gonna have to find that out. So anyway, I'm headed down this trail, see how far it goes, and maybe the trailheads at this end, which should be kind of fun. So we're on an adventure. So I came up that trail bed, and then I've come to this clearing here where, as you can see, it just goes to different things, and then the road keeps going that way. So I'm not sure what's gonna happen. I'm right next to a field, which is not part of the state land, but it sure is pretty. I have a trail friend, Mr. Cow here. Actually, that's probably a little steer. He's right across the fence there. It's all right, bud. Just looks like a road, maybe someone's own driveway. A couple silos and a barn. It's also out into this field right there. It says no hunting. So I don't know. So yeah, it's still kind of mystery, and I have been seeing signs along the edge, especially along this farmland, like this one right here, which seems to be tucked in the side. It says Missouri Department of Conservation Special Regulations apply. It should be along this farmland over there. Maybe it got blown over or something. That's possible. I'll leave it where I found it. So I found this here, and it says Tink's scent bomb. So I'm not really assuming it's for hunting. Not really sure. It smells like plastic canister to me, so probably just trash I found. So I'll go ahead and pack this out. So I guess I'm out here trailblazing, like the title of my video channel says. So I didn't know I'd be trailblazing today. But, well, actually, really not blazing a trail. I'm trying to find the trail. So, anyway, some of you are probably wondering where that name comes from, Trailblaze. And, of course, trailblazing is going out and finding new trails and making new ways for people and stuff like that. And that's kind of the idea of my channel, is that I'm going out and finding some of these nature areas that you would like to visit, or you could visit and do a trail run or do a hike or backpacking. And I plan to be backpacking really soon, and so I'm excited about that too. So that's where the name and everything comes, Trailblaze. And if you hear cows neighing in the background, I'd like to think it was because they see me and they're saying that hey, there's somebody over there, and they probably haven't seen anybody around this area for a while, but I'm sure it's not about me. So anyway, that's the deal with Trailblaze. Also too, well, Blaze, using my name as Blaze, and probably some of you wondered that too. When I was active in some of the online gaming, I started calling myself Blaze, mainly because I had a brand in an online game. I was selling online items, and I used the company name of Blaze. So I called my character Blaze, and I called my store Blaze, and people bought stuff from me. It was pretty fun. I made my living on it for a little while, and I might still do that. I don't know. anyway, so since then I've been using Blaze as my name a lot, and I've used Trailblaze before just because it's a cool name, but I just figured, hey, I'll use my trail name, should be Blaze, since it goes so well with that. So I'm using it as my trail name. That's what a lot of hikers do. Well, maybe I got that from the AT, because when you watch videos about the AT, you see people use trail names all the time, so it's kind of fun. So I'm using Blaze. My real name is Dave. So anyway, that's the story behind it. And it's funny because over Christmas break, kind of sealed the deal when I was playing a game with my kids on a console, or it was on a console, but we used a TV. We were all playing games. We had to put our names up there. And my kids are funny. They like to put different names. And one of them put the name Doge, and which was D-O-G-G-E. Another one used the name as Snack, or for snake, S-N-E-K, so for snake. She likes snakes. She's got a snake pet, so that's kind of cool. But anyway, I threw up my name as Blaze. And the funny thing is my older daughter goes, you know, when I saw Dad put the name Blaze, I didn't even think about who it was. I knew it was him. So I'm like, well, that kind of seals the deal for me. So my oldest daughter, in a way, sealed my name in as Blaze. So hi, I'm Blaze. Welcome to my channel. But seriously, folks, this channel's for you. It's not my channel. This channel is meant to be for you guys, to show you some cool places to go out and about and enjoy nature, because that's what it's all about. Getting out there, having some fun, enjoying some time, being out in the woods, listening to the birds, stomping through mud, getting a little dirty. It's all part of it. Get out there in nature, go have an adventure of your own, which, by the way, we're still trying to figure out this adventure. Hey, there should be mushrooms out here. I'm sure they're hard to find. Maybe I should go trailblaze some mushrooms. Maybe that's what all the little things are for. They make all these paths out into the woods so that you can fringe out even further and find mushrooms. Maybe that's what it's for. But this conservation area is so little known. Of course, I'm sure people in Monroe City know about it, but you don't expect somebody like me to find it, because it's hard to find. Here I am again. I've gone down this actual long spur, which is probably maybe, I don't know, maybe this was a third of a mile, which, you know, it's not that far, but anyway, I came down this way, and I've come to where there's an outlet here, and then if you look over here, there's another outlet here. Both of these lead to nothing. And so I just, you know, I wonder if maybe they are for people to disperse. I mean, why would you have an open trail? It's like almost like an open road out here. It's not, there's no sign of rocks, or obviously no asphalt. This is out in the country. But then you have these logs like right here, where it looks like somebody might have been shuffled through, like they were looking for mushrooms and something, and maybe that's what happened. Now, I looked at my map to see where I had hiked already, which gives me a nice little breadcrumb of where I am. And I know that the trail I came in on is that way, is further this way. And if I just bushwhack a little bit, it'd be easier than walking all the way around back to the trail again. And hey, it'd be kind of an adventure. So I'm gonna do a little bushwhacking. Maybe I'll find a mushroom on my way, and see where that takes me back to the trail. So I know I'm only probably a quarter mile from the other way of my trail, the other trail, and that's fine. And you know, I decided to bushwhack it over to the trail, but I guess I didn't consider that bushwhacking it might mean me coming down a steep ridge, coming all the way down here. into a creek, and then I need to go back up that steep ridge, which doesn't look that steep to you in the camera, as it does to me. So anyway, so here I am in the creek. Yep, creek, cool creek. Anyway, so what do you think? Should I go back up the way I came? Everybody who thinks so, raise your hand. Thank you. Okay, and should I keep going up this steep ridge with nothing but soggy old shoes? Here's my soggy old shoes. They're sogged. They're wet. They're sogged, and which aren't made for trekking. Or go back. Raise your hand. All right, you're right. I'm just gonna go on. You're right. Thank you for the confidence, the vote of confidence to keep going the bushwhack way. Yes, yes. Bit of bushwhacking, trailblazing. I had to go down a ravine, up a hill again, down another one. I hit a few spurs of that trail, the mysterious trail, which I don't know where it comes from. I'm sure it comes from that one main artery across from that house. Maybe this trail goes up to the house that we saw. I don't know. But it sure has been a lot of fun just trying to figure it out, or trying to trailblaze here. And yeah, you know, should I have done the bushwhacking? Man, that was a lot. It was a lot further than I thought it was, for one. And I didn't get too scuffed up. I didn't get too beat up. Lots of thorns. Lots of thorns. Here's a tick. Here's a tick. Da da da. So I do have ticks. Where is it? There it is. See it? So I do have ticks, but hopefully I'll find the rest of them that are on me. I'll get somebody else. So it's nature. I'm sure he's probably gonna die before he finds somebody else. So, but I do it again because it's kind of fun. It's an adventure. And once I de-tick myself, de-lice myself, go home, take a warm shower, I'll be good to go. So a little bit of food in the belly too. So. All right. Well, hey, thanks for coming along with me on my little adventure at Elmslie Memorial State Forest. If you were a trail runner and you live near here, this would be an awesome place to go run the trails. And you could probably just stay on those trails and you'll be fine going back. You could do a loop. I'm on this trail, which I can see. My trail's way over there, and I can see the other edge of the ravine here. My trail's going up and down that, the one I came in on, and I can also see it on my run meter that I'm right next to it, which is cool. So yeah, if you're gonna do that, come in here, take a GPS or something that tracks where you are. I've gone maybe about 3 miles today. It's been kind of fun just to come out here and just hike around a little bit. You could take a lunch or something. If it's a conservation area, you might check into it. I will check too and probably put it somewhere here, whether you can actually do open camping. I'm gonna guess not, because it's a small area, but you never know. So anyway, it's kind of fun to come out here and explore something that maybe somebody else hasn't been to, and it's kind of off the beaten path. So I don't know. It'd be fun. So hey, have a great day. Thanks for coming along. I just got one tick. That's not too bad. I'll have to check later though.